June 7th, 1942. When last week the men of the Southwestern Front found themselves unable to retreat due to unknown reasons, what do you think happened this week? Well, if you think that the Germans took advantage of the situation and surrounded the retreating 360,000 men of the Southwestern Front before they could reach their friendly lines, well, you are almost entirely correct, because this week the Germans also surrounded part of the Southern Front. With this new crisis now looming on the horizon, the Stavka has finally realized the severity of the situation and orders the remnants of the Southern Front to retreat. Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new weekly episode of War in the East 2, the online game challenge. And what can I say to introduce this new turn? If last week the Southwestern Front was somehow paralyzed in terms of movement points, well, this week the Southwestern Front, let's say, received the same fate that, let's say, plagued the Bryansk front in between late February and early March. Because, in case you didn't understand, this week the Southwestern Front has been completely surrounded by the enemy forces. And, let's say, there have been some engagements here in the south, and I was not expecting my opponent to, to push over here. Which was, again, he outflanked me and outsmarted me again. And what I was not expecting him to do was to literally, like, squeeze his motorized units in between these two hexes. Especially this one here, which now receives a ZOC from this one, I think, exactly, is a rifle division, and this one here. So I think he must have had plenty of movement points to do this maneuver here. And let's say this was the bad news of this turn. And I have at least two good news. The first one is that I see here that my opponent is now keeping the Das Reich, the 3rd and the 29th motorized infantry divisions here along the flanks of the Don River. Now, I don't know, if I was the Axis player, I would capitalize on the motorized units and not keep them here wasting their time along the flanks of the I would say of the entire front line, basically. And this is the first good news. The other good news is that when I was looking at the fortifications here, I noticed that somehow my units here already established a level 1 fortification, here, and here as well, and here I have 2 level 3 fortifications. I know these are just plains or clear terrain, so the defensive value is not that great, but unlike what happened in the Bryansk front or in the pockets of 1941, where I was just spreading my troops and letting my opponent pick them off one by one, this time I want to try a different approach, which is to concentrate as many rifle divisions as possible along the hexes which have already the fortified the level 3 or level 1 fortifications, because I want to deny my opponent the chance of wiping out the Southwestern Front in just 1 week. So hopefully my strategy will pay off, will buy me some time to bring in more reinforcements. Otherwise I'm kind of screwed. And what else can I say? Alright, we have to look at the events. We have the Axis grand success in North Africa. This is bad. The events are moved back. Okay. And more declarations of war. Okay. Okay, the US declaring war on Bulgaria, Hungary, and Romania. Okay, fair enough. Turn summary, and I've lost 104,000, almost 105,000 men. And I received on the map 65,000 in the TBs, 10 almost 11,000, and the axe. Oh my god, nearly 62,000. What the? What's that? 61. Let's have a look at the losses briefly. This is like totally unexpected. Let's say 8,000 versus 105,000. That's crazy. 5.4 million air losses. Jeez! Oh, hey? Where did all these air losses come from? Oh, he bombed me here. Oh, okay. Let's have a look at the... attacker fighter loss. Oh my god, this is crazy. Yes, these are all the fighters lost. Oh my god. Wow, I need to take care. I didn't notice that. Like, do I have? Oh yes. Oh my god. Yes, I have to do this now. Rotate. This is fine. Maybe I will put the... Why did he bomb me here? And... Oh, did he scout? No, these are just... Why was he bombing me here as well? Is he planning an attack in... Now I'm confused. I'm really confused. Why would he bomb these two hexes? I'm sure he's not seeing these two divisions here, but... Okay, that's interesting. That's scary, actually. I bet that something is boiling here in this area. So maybe maybe he wants to, oh my god, maybe he wants to push towards Novaya, Ladoga, Zviestroy, and Kobona to isolate the Leningrad front. Yeah. I have to think about it. Anyway, so we were talking about the losses, and okay, I've lost 1,000, over 1,000 planes. That's freaking insane, and I got 11,000 losses. Oh my god, that's yeah, insane. Yes, and oh yes, actually the third news is that from this week, the Red Army is officially allowed to create rifle corps. And yes, this is actually an amazing feature. On one hand, okay, I want to concentrate the rifle corps to prepare a localized counteroffensive. On the other hand, I could use the rifle corps to bring via rail 3 rifle divisions. I have to check now. I think that this week I will have enough railway capacity here to bring and deploy these troops here, but I might also bring some more reinforcements. Maybe from the Northwestern Front, where I'm not planning to attack. Like, I could send the 80th Rifle Corps here. I could send the 41st Rifle Corps, and maybe not the 83rd Rifle Corps, because I am a bit scared about what is my opponent planning to do here. So maybe this one will remain, actually remains over here, and I have another one, another rifle division joining up the 59th Army. Can it? Yes. Yeah, you know what? I think it's good to have it over here, and then yes, this one is 16 out of 18. Okay. Right. Okay. And while the others, I think they will be deployed along the Don River. Also, because at the moment I don't know what the intentions of my opponent are. He could be going. Nope. Sorry, I think it's here. Yeah, he has 658 victory points, and the victory conditions will trigger. Okay, 850 by October. Oh my god, 850. Let me quickly do the math. Alright, so I did briefly the math, and considering the bonus points that he will get if he takes, I don't know, Leningrad or Moscow or Tula. If he takes Leningrad, Moscow, Tula, Rostov I didn't take into account, but Stalingrad. So yeah, exactly, these three major cities, and then Tula, and then Rostov, I guess, and Astrakhan, and Krasnodar, he will have enough points to trigger the early end by October 1942. So I don't know what the plans of my opponent are, but I don't know. Considering the mass of motorized units over here, he could be going for a push against Stalingrad. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wonder if he's now trying to surround the Southern Front and the North Caucasus Front here. So this week, yeah, besides reshuffling the troops of the Southwestern Front, I will evacuate completely this line. It makes no sense now to hold it here, knowing that my opponent has plenty of mobile units in this area. I need to pull back, retreat, and I will try to fortify the Don River and Rostov, of course. Yeah, I would say that's all. It's already 11 minutes of introduction, so enough chit-chatting now, folks, and the time has come to jump straight into this episode. Alright, folks, so again, let's say I was kind of expecting a maneuver like that from my opponent, again, because again, I have no idea of how the hell the units of the Southern Front and sorry, part of the units of this the units of the Southwestern Front and part of the units of the Southern Front last week were let's say remained kind of in a starvation mode, like deprived of movement points. And this actually will have, I fear it will have some pretty significant consequences, because if I think now at where my reserves are, which are in the area of Moscow, and they are slowly being redeployed along the new front line. I guess it will be the Don River bend. I am cooked. I am literally screwed, because I have nothing else with which to shield Stalingrad, with which to shield Rostov, with which to shield, I don't know, the Krasnodar. Oh, okay, yes, I have part of the Crimean front, some fortified zones which are being used to just raise the fortification levels. But really, besides that, I have nothing, because I still fear an attack along the Western and Bryansk fronts, because the Sukhinichi salient is, I don't know, it is such a juicy target for any Axis player that it will allow my opponent to shorten his front line quite, I would say, considerably. And you know, again, I don't know what his plans are, but I don't want to leave the defenses of Moscow too exposed, because as I said earlier, he could go for Moscow, and if he goes for Moscow and takes Moscow, and I believe he has the capacity to take Moscow, he might just win the campaign by October. And honestly, it's something that I don't want this to happen, basically. So yeah, let's say. On the other hand, I'm really relieved by the possibility to field finally the rifle corps, and also because I noticed that by combining, so one rifle corps only takes 4 command capacity, while 3 rifle divisions take up 6 points of command capacity. So this will allow me even to concentrate more firepower within the same armies, by maybe assigning one more rifle corps to a specific army instead of having just multiple individual rifle divisions. It won't be easy overall, but let's say it's kind of I made the whole process easier by already pre-concentrating the formable rifle corps in throughout, let's say, the previous episodes and throughout the spring of 1942. And let's say, with this introduction, folks, I leave you to the rest of the episode. I wish you all the best, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. And well, what can I say? I hope that the retreat of the Southern Front will go smooth, and I'll see you all again, as always, in the next episode.